Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's GT2 World Championship in the PNR. Tonight's a little bit different though, as I am jumping in said rig. Tonight we haven't got many people joining tonight, and I can see that I've immediately got a problem because I have forgotten to turn off a specific app. So bear with me 1 second as we just sort out these little bits here. But yeah, tonight I'm going to drive, only because we've not got many sign-ups. So it would be silly for me, in the nicest way, not to drive. And try and spread out the pack a little bit. Shove this on the background whilst I work. Nice one. I just need to make sure that I've got all things sorted out, and hopefully it'll go back to full screen for me. It will. Cool. Right. 1 second. Okay, we're good to go. Right. So yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome to the GT2 World Championship. Tonight I'm driving, rather than just covering the action. Obviously, if I seem to get too much in the way, then I will, move out of the way basically, and not be in the way. Let's just keep that like that a minute. Let's keep that like that. Lift this up a little bit. I've just not remembered any of my setup from beforehand, so we will just wait and see. We've only got 2 minutes left to practice, and this is something that I was a little bit fearful of, so let's just go back into the pits. Yeah, the cold tech is playing, or the coldness is playing around my tech. But a fan club presents. Looking forward to an alternative stream, Anders. Hopefully, mate, if I can get my equipment working, because at the moment it's not playing ball. It's just smashing open the throttle, which is not what we want. Left stick, what the hell? That's not right at all. And it's not recognizing my... Why is left stick horizontal? There isn't even a controller plugged in, is there? So it's not recognizing my pedals. Cool. 1 sec. Okay, so let's hope. VR time. Let's hope that this actually works now. So hopefully it will. We'll just recenter. I can't drive out because it's the end of free practice, so I can't do anything to my car. And I can't recenter for some reason, which is a bit annoying. Ah, there we go. Right, first thing I want to check. Cool. That's working fine. Back to pits. Right, set up. Don't think I have. Yeah, I didn't. Loaded last script. Let's go out. I can see chat. So, yeah, there's not many people in. As you can see, there's only 5 of us tonight, sadly. I'm the only one in the Doge. And it sounds wonderful. It's a different sort of stream tonight. More of a, let's try more of a Q&A sort of stream. So if you have any questions in regards to current sim racing events and happenings and so on and so forth, pop them in. Anything you like. It could be trivial, whatever. Doesn't have to be sim racing related. Brakes are a little bit twitchy at the moment. Let's open up that V8, shall we? Down the start-finish straight. For a lap around Mugello. I'll try and talk you through my thought process. Foot pinned to the floor. The rear end is quite squirrely on the brakes, so we're going to have to fade them off pretty quickly. Start off hard and try and use that nose to really tuck it in around T1, get it back over for T2. Not worrying about the gear shifts because this car has so much torque that if I go down a gear, it's just going to upset the rear end. Back over to the right hand side, ready for the next chicane section. Try and get in nice and early, really open up the apex for this right hander to get on the power early. Use the runoff curb, that's what it's there for. Up to P5, or P5, gear 5. Whoa, drifting it a little bit. She is an animal. And that's what you can see. I shifted down quite hard then, when I didn't really need to. We look up the hill, keep the power on. We want to glide around this right-hander, back on the power the moment we feel comfortable. Hard on the brakes into this chicane here. You want to hug the right-hand side. Again, open up the apex to the left-hand side so you can get the power on nice and early. Use the exit curb. Over the slight blind crest into a, what I would say is a downhill off-camber right-hander. Just got to be very patient with this dodge, and the BMW might be able to be a little bit more aggressive. Now this should be flat, so let's give her a go. Yeah, not too bad. Had to do a little lift there, could feel the rear like that, trying to step out. Bearing in mind, I think I'm on the medium tyre right now, so I am. Everyone else is on the softs. And that's 11 Mugello right there. Can do a whole series of reverse grids. So 152, I know this car has got more. I know this car has definitely got more in it. But again, I'm not really here to be competitive. I'm here just to have a bit of fun tonight. Talk to you guys. Can we do a series of 4 reverse grid every time? We did, and that was the PNTCC, believe it or not, Mol. It used to be a 4 reverse grid regardless of numbers, but I thought this time around we'll change it up a bit. Try and make it so people didn't fight for the reverse grid, because that's what some people did. If they didn't get a very good race 1, they would just deliberately stay at the back to get pole, and then race 2 they just basically stormed off because they had the pace anyway. They just didn't bother to get the best result in race 1. So now it's random, no one knows. They have to race, but it is the top 12, so as long as you're in the top 12, you're in with a good shout of getting P1 on the next race, that's for sure. That's a bit more like it. The Dodger's starting to wake up a little bit. Let's have a look at where we want to go. We want to attack this curb. Miles off the pace, but that's fine because we're in the mediums. Quite a lot off the pace, in fact, actually, aren't we? If there's anything we can do to remedy our pace, because we don't want to be bored for 45 minutes, do we? Really? Get that heater off my legs as well, because it'd be hot. Right, tyres, let's whack them to... Oh, apparently I am on the soft compounds. Interesting, okay. Aero, okay. Ooh, we got a lot of toe. More stability under brakes, eh? Don't know about that. She's a squirrely car. Can fix a little bit here, suspension. A bit more hard, I think. Ride height can definitely get slammed. This car is far too high right now. Far too high. It's a very tall car for some reason. Don't know why. Soft tyres burn up way too fast, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, if you see me looking down like that, it's because I'm looking at chat. That'll be why. It is on 100% tonight because we got to figure out the BOP, because the BMW is the easiest and arguably the fastest car on the grid here. But I'm more interested in getting my setup sorted for the race. No one's coming down the start finish straight. That's good. Probably use the mediums in the race, to be honest. Imagine having tyres. I know, right? But again, I'm not here to really compete with the others on track. As you can tell by my very terrible outlap. Wow, she does not like the curbs. I definitely need to add a bit of ride height back on. the race, I think. She's very understeery. Oh no, it's like Formula 1 all over again. Funny. Right, back to pits. Skills to pay the bills. Skills, skills, skills. Yeah, let's raise a little bit more height on them, that's for sure. That is for sure. Needs a bit more height again. Where are you? There you are. Not had that before. Warning, steering wheel not centered. Right, that's my tyres. That purple Nurple Ferrari's ahead of me. So, have fun everybody. Enjoy the stream. Let's rock and roll. I will chat whenever possible. Let's see what this Dodge can do off the line. Again, I'm not really here to get involved like that, but once I'm here, I might as well. Again, I'm not really here to ruin people's races. I'm just here to have a bit of fun, talk to chat, show you the GT2 league from a different perspective, even when there's not many people on. We're going off the clean bit here. We'll find out what this Dodge can do going down the start-finish straight. No, I thought I was holding that then. I thought I was so holding that. Oh. So yeah, coming up soon in Pretty Ninja Racing, we'll have a big announcement in the new year about what we're going to be doing as a community for 2024, or what we'll attempt to do as a community in 2024. The PNTCC is back tomorrow night at Thruxton, back in Britannia. That's one of the fastest, if not the fastest, UK race circuit. And it always produces incredible racing in the touring cars. Pretty Ninja, PNTCC, sorry. And then Wednesday night, the Porsche Multi-Class are at the Sachsenring, which is quite a nice but technical circuit, really pushing the drivers to their limits in regards to patience, car control, the whole shebang for 20 minutes of Porsche fun. That's the Porsche Sprint class and the GT4s. God, the rear end just wanted to step out then, didn't it? That was not nice. And I can't quite remember where the GT2 are next week. I'm honest, I can't quite remember that. Drifting for the fans, unlikely. Well, the Dodge can do it. If there's going to be any car on this grid that can drift around that last corner and pin the power down, it's going to be the old Dodge Viper. Let's put up to 5th to keep that rear axle happy. It didn't help that I attempted this. Oh, look at those! Look at those tyre marks. Let's see if we can catch up the two in front. Now I know there's a 150 in this car, but as it currently stands, that's not going to happen anytime soon. And look at how cold my tyres are. Jesus, I should allow a lot of PSI, shouldn't I? No wonder it's skating about so much. The only one that's warm is my rear left. Yeah, that was gear change. So surprised at how there you go, now they're not so cold. Brakes are a little bit too towards the rear, it feels. Let's bring that back down a bit. 62% should be a little bit better. Bearing in mind, chat, I have not really practiced this, so you are going to see some rather bad driving technique tonight. But it looks as though there's a good little battle going on ahead of me. 18 seconds ahead, in fact. But like I said, I'm not really here to mess up anyone's championship. It's just to give you a different perspective. It's probably going to be not as entertaining because I'm not sure if my commentary skills are overtaking my driving skills. And to be fair, so far I would say that this stream has proven that. I used to be good at driving. It's just the gear ratio. I seem to be messing up a little bit here. I seem to be shifting up when I don't really need to be. Because as I mentioned, this car's got a hell of a lot of torque. Oh, we've got a yellow flag up ahead apparently. Oh, they might have had a bit of contact with each other, bless them. How are you doing anyway tonight, Mole? Chat, how's it all going? Yeah, it's the GT2 is just not as popular as all of our other events, even though it's voted for by the community. It's just not quite as popular. In fact, everyone apart from Letterme, even though to be fair his car doesn't allow any other tyre. So that was the downshifting, that was not the brake bias. So that only happened after I shifted down to third, and that's how you can usually tell. If the rear end starts popping out after a gear change, it's usually because you gear change down too early. That, on the other hand, was definitely brakes and the fact that my rear right was touching a curb, and the car really did not like that. But it's nice to do a bit of driving. I haven't done it for quite a while. But yeah, I think the next future weeks I'm just going to put it down to rookie license and see what happens. Shift up early to stop the torque from unloosening the rear end. Just bought a Fanatec DD. Very nice, my guy. Was that on the Black Friday sale by any chance? $100 old logic. It can feel like that, can't it, really? And that was too much brake that time. This old Dodge does not, well, one is American, so one, as you can see, it's not the best at carrying speed through corners. Two, it doesn't really like slowing down. Ooh, yellow flag up ahead again. Regardless, I'm going to make sure that I finish last. So I don't want it to upset the championship runners. eBay. Oh wow, good find. So I want it in third gear to get the bite, and then there we go. I mean, we are plenty behind the front runners. Butler leading the way with 2.4 seconds lead, 2.5 second lead rather, to 66 in P2. Sobek and Letterme, as you can see, just ahead of me, are having a nice little battle. I don't really want to get involved in their battle because their battle could well be for a championship position. Sobek's doing incredibly well, and so is Lettermy. Lettermy's currently in P2 in the championship, so he needs as many points as possible. Sobek, I believe, is around about mid-table, but is still doing rather alright. Might be mid to high actually, in all fairness. Just carrying a bit too much speed there. The Dodge didn't like that. You can hear that torque of the Dodge really kicking in though in these high gears, where you just don't need to downshift to get power. It's just there on command. Drop it down to third. I'm sure I can probably get the power on a lot earlier around here, but I'm not too keen on the setup. The rear end still a little bit. There we go. There it is. As I was saying, the rear end's just a little bit too loose still. Especially with the right hand tyres being a bit cold. This is fine. This is fine. We're just cruising. Half an hour left of the race. Quarter of an hour done. The race for P3 is certainly on. Yeah, and I definitely haven't got the setup that I had when I did mess about with this car the other day, because I was hitting 275 down the main straight. So I think I actually had a little bit less wing, maybe softer roll bar, a little bit less rear wing. You can see them coming down the hill over there, the front runners. Very cool. I always love it when you can see that sort of thing on a circuit. So you can just hear the torque kicking in there. It's maybe an absolute animal to drive, but God, I love it. I love cars like this. I really do. Because when you've tamed them, there you go. Wait, no go. Even shifted up then to try and help with the weight shift, but now we've got damage on our front, so we'll just go in the pits. In fact, what we'll try and do, let's release some of the tyre pressure in the right hand side and see if that sorts out our doesn't matter where we finish, as long as we finish. Oh, I didn't do the tyres. Never mind. So now all 4 tyres are cold. Look everybody, I'm P3. Forgot to select change tyres, but never mind. We're just here for a nice little jolly. Yeah, sorry it's a bit different tonight. As you can see, we haven't got many people involved, so we're always looking for more drivers to just have a bit of fun. You don't necessarily have to be the quickest to get enjoyment out of our races. In fact, most of the action happens mid-pack when there's a good number on. Mid to low pack. Back of the pack rather. And yeah, they just tend to have a good time. So make sure you check out the link in the description below. Get involved, whether it's the PNTCC on Monday nights, Porsche Multi-Class on a Wednesday night, or GT2 on a Sunday night. It's a nice little Sunday evening thing to do. It's not much on TV really. That's that interesting. Get yourselves on. I don't even know if I got enough fuel for the race, to be honest. Got 15 litres left. You can tell that I've really planned this race out. But thank you to Butler66, Sobek and Letterme for driving tonight and keeping the series going. God, look at all these mistakes I've made here. You can see why people haven't picked the Dodge, can't you? Because it does take a bit of effort to tame. But I do think if you can tame it, it will be the fastest car on this grid. Just doing all sorts of weird shift patterns now. Just chilling. Cruising on the Dodge nearly. Right hand tyres are still awfully cold. God, it really does not like the weight transfer. It's all wrong. I got it really nicely done. And the weight transfer of this car is not very good from when I did it last time. Let's get these tyres changed to softs. 99% bin. Yeah, I think 99% bin if I'm driving it at the moment, although I've got this set up awfully wrong. I really do. Softs. Let's add another 5 more. Let's change it to softs. Screw it. Screw it, screw it, screw it. How's it going, Jay? How are you? How are you? There we go. Come out of the pit lane. Got some nice fresh softs on. We've got 20 minutes left of the race to go. Let's see what sort of behavioural traits we get out of this car now. Now we've got some grippy tyres. Pressures will hopefully come up a little bit on the right hand side. I bet she's going to be a completely different animal now. right is a little bit cold. In fact, the left-hand sides are overcooking massively. Massively overcooking the front left. Look at that, it's red hot. All good, was too busy making tonight. Can see me in the rig. Yeah, I'm just messing about really, to be honest. Try not to inflict other people's races. Right, let's see if the straight cools down that front left. Let's see what sort of pace we get now into the braking zone. Let's see what sort of lap time we can get, because this was hitting 272, so clearly, oh, a bit. Still got the rear end stepping out. Oh no, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? I need to go this way. I need to go more towards the front, not the rear. Here, look. Be back in the pits in 2 laps. Yeah, man. But I've just tweaked it so the brakes at the front, towards the front a lot more, so we should get a lot better braking performance now in this Dodge. I didn't realise, I forgot that I had it so far back really. Oh, the setup of this car is so wrong. God, it is so wrong compared to the other day. I wish I saved it really, but I wasn't expecting myself to drive. God, the weight transfer is freaking horrible. So bad compared to how I had it. I can't remember when it was. Last Sunday night maybe? But let's see if we can actually get a good lap time in there. Should be able to. Rear left is still not anymore. I could just feel that rear end just not wanting to grip. There's an apex in there somewhere. That's the first time I've seen that come up. Telling me to be careful with my downshifts. Interesting. Come on. Fuck it. TC off. Slower than what I was doing on the mediums. Come on, car. My right foot's all the TC that I need, man. Watch me bin it. Yeah, it's definitely the anti-roll bars I've got wrong on this setup. .151.6, better. Oh no! Brakes don't exist. There we go. So what's the gap between Butler and 66? Does he position swap or pit mistake? So you may well have saw a mistake, yeah, because 66 is in fact in the lead. And there is a 16-second gap to Butler. So the Butler felt like the tyres were not going to survive, which they would do because we're on 100% wear rate. So Butler must have made an error somewhere. We'll have to check that out. What are we? 15, well, half an hour into the race, so we'll have a look afterwards. And I did say watch me bin it, so, you know, it's always going to happen. But I genuinely think that if you can get this car dialed in, like I had it the other night, where I drove it for like half an hour non-stop, no crashes, hitting 150s lap after lap, which is still 2 seconds slower than the two in front, don't get me wrong. You can have some serious fun in this car. Just got to put a little bit of effort in to figure her out. Learn how she communicates to you. In this instance, she wants to just, you know, give up the moment the car gets into any extra loaded stress on any one side. But yeah, the gap is now 15 seconds, so whether Butler feels like he can get 66 back fairly quickly, who knows? But the rest of the field are split by, well, you can see a whole minute or so. Oh, I'm running out of fuel. I'm gonna have to do a pit stop. Another one. Oh my god. As you can see, I really wasn't planning on driving tonight. But I feel like I've given the air of Magello a bit of a battering really with this Dodge Viper. There's been many a barrier beaten up with its front face of a Dodge Viper. Well deserved in my opinion. Yeah, apologies for the poor driving standards. It has not been very good tonight. Even by my own fairly mediocre standards, it's not been the best of my abilities tonight, that's for sure. So we're using about 2 litres a lap. There's 5 laps left. Yeah, I'm going to need another 5 minutes. Another 5 minutes of fuel. So as we go over the line, Butler's still no closer. Well, he's edging a little bit closer, in fact. Like a champ. Proof you don't have to be amazing at sim racing to have a bit of fun. Just got to find the right community, the right sort of like-minded folk where, you know, yeah, mistakes are going to happen. Risk it a bit, try something new, improve your skill. That's how we all do it. You improve by doing things that are completely out of your comfort zone, adapting and maintaining, and just doing the same things over and over and over. That is literally the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting a brand new result. The smell of rubber in the air, the smell of gasoline. Drift, drift, drift. Nope, get a backhand out. Oh, okay. Oh, so the lap I'm going into the pits, you decide to behave yourself. Somewhere there should be a Butler, unless that was a Butler. There is a Butler. You're not getting in the way of Bueller. I've just figured out why the rear end's stepping out so much. It's the brake pressure. It's a bit too high. It's not actually, well, the bias. The brake bias obviously doesn't help, but the more towards the back it is, the more even the temperature spread from the brakes throughout your tyres, and it can actually aid turning. Believe it or not, because the more you have the brakes going through the front tyres, the less energy the front tyres have, or less freedom rather, to turn in. It's hence why you get understeer and the braking, because you're either A, foot's on the brake for too long, and you need to just have faith that the car will bite, which in all fairness, this Dodge does bite, but it also likes to kill you as well. But if you turn the brake pressure down from 100 to about 95, you can brake nice and hard still. And get the full benefits of the braking as well. 149.9 there for Butler. 13.9. So yeah, I think there might have been a big incident for Butler dropping down to P2. Did have a relatively comfortable lead. Way of Lemmy. There goes the purple and purple Ferrari. Okay, I think the car's actually broken. So I'm barely putting any power down, and she is really not happy. I think she is actually broken. Because she's just spinning out all the time. Let's just put TC on just to see. I know the rear tyres are currently red. But she is not a happy girl. Yeah, the steering don't quite feel right, so I think something is a little bit broken. I've broken the Dodge! Four minutes left to go, and I've broken the Dodge. A lap down, I'm like 2 laps down, aren't I? Oh, that must have been Sobek that I saw go past me then, not Butler. It must have been Sobek. If Letterman was going to be the next car. God, really doesn't want to turn at all. I'm not going to blame the Dodge, I'm going to blame me and my silly setups. Perhaps I should have just commentated. Who knows? At least I could have showed you what was happening throughout the field rather than giving you a rather poor driving display this evening. Next time you see me drive, I promise it will be a lot better. A lot better. don't see another car behind me. Oh yeah, I do. There is a speck. So that must be Monsieur 66. We will get right out of the way for him, and then we'll just finish on behind him, so we'll end our race. But yeah, if you want to get involved next week and not watch this sort of monstrosity of a drive again, make sure you sign up using the link in the description below, and I can get back to doing some more commentary for you guys and making the stream a bit more entertaining than just some random guy driving a Dodge Viper. Because I feel like tonight's stream has not been the best. It could be a lot better. Undoubtedly, this car has a lot of speed, and it is very good fun. Just got to make sure you get that setup done, and hopefully 66 will cross over the line to take victory here. Oh, is that not 66? That was not 66. Who was that then? Interesting. Okay. I thought that was 66. Mustn't be. Or is it? And it's just... Oh, there we go. 66 across the line. So this must be Sobek. What happened at the front? Not sure. I think Butler must have had an incident because he finished 15... or 12 seconds behind, or 11 seconds in the end behind 66. So he had a big off and got stuck in the gravel. And we'll try and have a look. It was about half an hour in, so we will have a look. But 66 has won the race. Butler's finished P2. Lemmy's definitely P4. So this must be Sobek here that we're following. Who's going to be finishing P3 and getting a good haul of points. That'd be 18 points towards the championship fight. So very good by Sobek there to take P3, and that's the end of the race. I can't seem to do anything. There we go. So that was that, ladies and gentlemen. That was 66 finishing P1, Butler finishing P2, 11 seconds behind, so clearly something happened around the half-hour mark. Sobek finishing P3, Lemmy P4, and, well, you don't really need to pay attention to the last bit because I don't matter. But let's load up the replay if we can, and we will have a little look. It was about half an hour in. Since when did tyre wear change from 300 to 100? I underfueled for the first stint to change the tyres and refuel, but didn't need to because the tyres ended up being fine. Yeah, so it got changed it should have been changed earlier this afternoon, but it didn't take effect because effectively that Ferrari dead ahead with the change to 300 would have to have pit twice. Everyone else would have had to have pit once, and it's not necessarily the fastest car either. So I need to figure out a BOP on the BMWs compared to the rest of the field. But we are looking. Let's go around here, see if the times can come in at all. Times aren't coming in at all. It's a bit frustrating. Should be. Why aren't you working? It didn't look like this on my screen, but I wish it did. This would have been a lot freaking cooler. It was just traditional daytime for me, which that would have been pretty sick if it was like this. This was early on. It's not gonna F9. I don't see the leaderboard anywhere. Off. Okay. Right. Well, let's find. Can we change car and see what happens? So this is 66. And this is me binning it off. God, this is a lot harder in VR, that's for sure. Right. So we want to go around here. Let's pause it a minute. So this is 66, I think. Because there is letting me ahead. Oh, that's horrible. Okay, right, we're going to go back to flat screen, I think. Oh, where's the butler? Oh, so did you stop for a pit stop? That's why. Ah, I see. So did you go into the pits? Is that why? Ah, so you underfueled. That would explain it. That would explain why. Ah, sorry about that, butler. Wasn't my best race. Wasn't my best drive, to be honest. I set up that Dodge to handle like absolute ass, to be honest. That was not good. But you know what is good? The fact that that isn't the only event that we're doing. So things can only improve. The GT2 World Championship will return next Sunday. And they are heading to, I believe, Silverstone, if I remember correctly. They are. Silverstone GP. The Porsche Motor Class is back Wednesday night. And we are heading to Sachsenring. Should be a very nice race indeed. And tomorrow night is the return of the PNTCC around Thruxton Raceway, because I thought it would have to due to 300%. It was 300% at some point today because Let Me asked me to change it, so I thought, if I whack it at 300 and then everyone would need to pit, mandatory pit, let's do it. And then he stated that he would have to pit twice and everyone else could still do once, and it was like, well, yeah, that's not exactly very fair either. So we're going to have to figure out a BOP for the BMWs, sadly. Not that I want to be that person. So 66 is still currently leading the way with 118 points. Let Me still holding Butler off in P2 with 74 points. Butler is in P3 with 59, although should probably be a little bit higher than that, to be honest, because of some dicky rule changes by me. And then Sobek moves up to P6. And I slot into P11. So I've done one race, finished fifth. And I'm now P11 in the championship. That's how easy it is to get there. I can make 90 minutes on soft before they blew up on 300%. Fair enough, my guy. Fair enough. So Because we only have softs, that's an issue. Yeah, if you had mediums, it wouldn't be so much of a problem, would it? But the fact that the Ferrari only has the softs. But we'll figure out a BOP for Silverstone, because the BMW still, well, they seem to have it quite easy compared to the rest of the field. So let's just go to calendar. And go to Silverstone. We can check in, which is what we're going to do. We're going to check in. Okay. And next week, regardless of amount, I'm going to commentate because I definitely messed up some people's races and I need to change the cars in this series as well because I haven't done it. Damn it. Let's get that sorted out. Let's just, right, let's get the Dodge added, the Ferrari added. Lamborghini added. There we go, done. And then what we'll do, because that was only 3% restrictor on the BMW, let's move it up to 5. Press save. Next, and save. And that's now done. So registration for the GT2s for next weekend at Silverstone GP. It's now active and live. I might even change it so rookies can join in because it packs out the field a little bit more. Why not? Registration, rookie, minimum rating 1000. Save. There we go. Right, so sorry for the bizarre, not so good stream tonight. I still hope you kind of enjoyed yourselves. I didn't. I kind of screwed up that Dodge Viper quite a bit, to be honest with you. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, which will be tomorrow night for the PNTCC Round 5 at Thruxton. I hope you have a very good day. See you later. Bye-bye.